Hi there, Frontline Church family and friends. It's Ash Wednesday. It's the start of Lent, so well done for taking some time today to read the scriptures, to study the scriptures, to rest in the scriptures. And can I encourage you to use Lent, this 40-day journey to Easter, to pause each day, to let go of some stuff, and to draw closer to Jesus. Now today we are in Acts 23 verse 12 to 24. It's quite an exciting story, isn't it? Paul is arrested in Jerusalem by the Romans, and what looked initially like quite a bad thing, he's under Roman arrest, the people who killed Jesus. What looked like a bad thing is now proving to be a good thing. It's protecting him from the Jews who want to kill him. And more importantly, it's going to open up a door for Paul to share his testimony with Felix, the governor of Caesarea, an influential man. And ultimately, it's going to create an audience for Paul with the emperor, Caesar, in Rome. Paul's going to get escorted out of the city by 200 soldiers, 70 horsemen, and 200 spearmen overnight. Pretty dramatic, isn't it? And that is just how our God works, isn't it? He is a God who takes seemingly bad situations and works them for our good. He works good through them for those who love him and who are called according to his purposes, as Paul will later go on to write to the church in Rome, Romans 8:28. Paul is living that principle out here in this passage in Acts. And for me, there are some bigger principles at play here in this section of Acts around how we can express our submission to God through our submission to earthly authority systems. Sorry, I know it's not a particularly popular topic to talk about, submission to authority. But Paul comes under God's protection, but God is using the Roman army to protect Paul from the Jews who want to kill him. God is using the circumstances of Paul's birth, that he was born a Roman citizen with the rights of a Roman citizen, to protect Paul and to create an opportunity for Paul to share the gospel at the highest, most influential levels of society. And it just made me pause today and give thanks today for the incredible privilege, and I think that is the word, privilege, the privilege that we have to live in a country like ours. My guess is that there has never been a time or a place safer to live than here and now. We are afforded incredible protection in society through the government, through the police, through the healthcare system. There are a lot of messages out there that are ones that say, be afraid, be very afraid. But I don't know about you, I am refusing to listen to those messages and let fear rest on me. So unlike most of history, unlike much of the world geographically today, we can enjoy relative safety. It is something to recognize and give thanks for. But as we see here in Paul's story in Acts, it is also something to exploit for the kingdom, for the gospel, to use our freedom of thought, freedom of speech, freedom of religious belief and practice, to use that to share the good news of Jesus with others, just as Paul is doing in this passage. Because ultimately our citizenship lies in a greater kingdom. We are citizens of heaven, and our protection comes from the authority and power of a greater ruler, King Jesus. So let's be aware of that, and let's use that for kingdom building. Later, towards the end of his life in prison in Rome, Paul will write to the church in Ephesus with a prayer request. He will say, pray for me. Pray for me that I may fearlessly proclaim the gospel for which I am an ambassador in chains. So Jesus, I pray for each one of us today. I pray for myself, and guys, pray for me too. I pray that we may enjoy our freedom and use it to make Jesus known. Amen.